All right, Shalom. First and foremost, call Halal Yulah, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakha Kodash, which means all praises to Yahweh, which is the name of the Heavenly Father. Ba'asham is in the name. Yahweh Shai is the only begotten Son. And Rakha Kodash means Holy Spirit. Literally translated is Spirit Holy. You know, Rakha being Spirit, Kodash being Holy. And through the gift of the Holy Spirit, mixed with faith, we're able to understand this truth, because it is the spirit of truth. So we're able to understand the Bible, teach it, and preach it, and live it, man. The gift given to us from Yahweh through his son, Yahweh Shai. All right? And double honors to the apostles. All right? The elders, a great millstone, who taught us this word, who rule well, you know, through the Holy Spirit. That's how it works. St. John, the 17th chapter. All right? That's how it works, man. You don't get it on your own. You got to be taught. All right? And salutation to you brothers doing this thing in sincerity and in truth and with charity, man. All right? Which is known as the hopeful elect, which is known as the elect, man. You know? It's only elect is going to do it in sincerity and charity, man. You know? And let me double check this, because it look weird at the bottom. Make sure we do it. Jim, something, right? Okay. All right. Salaki. And basically, as you see on the screen, Esau is your turd. And Esau Edom is the so-called white man. All right. Playing this in real quick. Obadiah and he that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks. You know, this is something funny. The Lord had my OG tell me this when I was a shorty, right? My OG meaning my mother. One day I was calling them white people. I said something about white people. She said, don't call them white people. She said, call them Caucasians. At that time, it stuck with me. It just bugged up. So I was a kid. It stuck with me. But I never understood what the hell she was talking about.
Right.
You know? But now when I got the truth, I understand why. Because it's the locale they came from after the Dark Ages. They came out of the Caucasus Mountains. That's what they refer to themselves as. And that's prophecy, man. Yep. You know? They was chased away and ran into there during the Dark Ages. And they came out of the Caucasus Mountains to rule. They came out of prison to rule, like it says in Ecclesiastes. Go ahead.
There's Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3.
So you might as well start at the top.
Says the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise against her in battle.
Right, and that word rumor just means a message, you know. So the battle is coming against Esau. Esau's going to go down. Yeah. This that time of war. Hey, that's why the war drums is beating. All right, that's why you got Trump pulling out the I think it's INF. I think it's INF. The nuke agreement they have with Russia, and Russia say what? Well, and not only Russia, France. Hey, the Lord is turning up, man. All right, the great destruction is on the way, man. They pull out the nuke agreement, and we got Russia and France. Hey, basically, I'm just keeping it short, popping off, man. France tested a new missile they got, and they just got in league with Germany, all right, to be allies amongst themselves, basically only. So they ready to take down whoever come against them. All right? Esau was turned against Esau, and they mainly turned against America, because this is Great Babylon. All right? Shalaki.
Also, was going into the 6-day war in 1948, man, when the Arabs fought against the Israelis, man. We know who the Israelis is. Those are the fake Jews, man. Esau, Edom. But guess what? And it don't stop there. Why? Because the wisdom of the Lord is manifold, man. It's also going into the prophecies, like the elder Ratazawani just stated. It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. It says the pride.
Right. Hey, you're greatly despised. The nation's starting to recognize your wickedness, man. They're coming to hate you more and more.
Yep. Right. Them Palestinians over there messing up them so-called Jews, man. But they're not Jews. They're Jewish. They stole our land. They stole our heritage. They stole our language and perverted. They perverted everything. Why? Because it was prophecy, man.
Because all Edom is going down, but all Edom won't be nuked. We got to have slaves. The main characters in this is the fake Jews in America, which would be called the Chaldeans and Babylon the Great. Because America was called the beauty of Chaldees, because the elites, this place was designed, intricately designed by the elites, man. Even to how Washington, D.C. is made. It's a damn, the Mason compass. This place was set up by those, fake Jews, man. That's who really run this place. Okay? So that's who, a lot of this is mainly talking about. Eventually, it is talking about all Esau. Esau was going down. Okay? But the main part of the destruction is Babylon the Great and those in the Edomites in our land. Okay? It's like
it says verse 3.
And then the proof of it is Isaiah 47, because that's going into in Isaiah 14, the whole book of Revelation.
Yep.
It's about Babylon the Great, all right? And which was called the beauty of Chaldees in Isaiah 14. Let you know the Chaldees are going down too.
Yep.
It's like
it says verse 3. The pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Right, who thou dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. What is that, man? One mountain dweller, a cave dweller, and that's where they come from, the Caucasus Mountains. So Esau Edom is a so-called white man. All right, and his pride, he went across the globe, conquering nations. All right, by the sword. All right, taking over the world by the sword. Now it's his time to feel what he's been doing to the rest of the world, man. You keep going.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
As the eagle, man. And what's this nation's birth? The eagle. Just like Rome. Just like Germany.
Yep.
Just like the rest of these Edomites. That's their emblem. Okay?
And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh.
Right, so you're going down. And you set your kingdom up on high. Your pride reached the heavens. You're talking about making a space force to fight against the Lord. All right? This all mean what? This is the end of the end, man. That's why we hear of wars and rumors of wars. And that's why your allies are turning on you, because this is the burden of Edom. All right, you can jump down to what says, then ate thy bread and laid a wound under thee.
It says, verse 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
That's right. Hey, the Lord is taking you down. You can't do nothing right. You breaking all the treaties that at least gave you some peace. You putting tariffs on countries. Hey, I forget which president was just last year. It was a ruler from one of the EU countries. He said, "Look, you messing up the few out." He said, talking to Trump, be careful, basically, not to piss off your allies. You only got a few left. Everybody's turning this place. They ditching the dollar. All right. Clearly, war is on the horizon. China and Russia said America better not partake in this dealings with Venezuela. And America proceeds to do what? Go right against them. All right, so what does that mean? Great destruction is on the way.
Right.
Plain and simple. So,
there's
more of that.
And that says, shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and the understanding out of Mount Esau?
Hey, and that's why, honestly, that's why Trump is your president.
Yep.
Hey, it's like nothing they do is right, and it's all to sour the remaining relationships that this country has with the rest of the world, which means Esau Edom is going down, man. All right, we can get You got something else?
No,
more of that.
That's it.
You can get Habakkuk 2. It said they that ate thy bread, man. Hey, they deceived you.
Yep.
And how did they do that? They got in the bid with you. They got a central bank. They did their deals with U.S. dollar. So they bought U.S. debt. All right, but what else happened? They increased their armies, like China. They increased their weaponry. They got nukes.
Yep.
Now they're making side deals with each other, excluding the U.S. dollar. All right, because they're getting hip to this trick, man. The trick of the goddamn fiat debt-based money system that America operates on and put on the world. They're through with it, man. So you thought you did. As soon as you're getting all these countries together, you thought you figured it out.
Right.
Get this one world government together. Nah. Now is your destruction time.
It is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. It says, you jump down or you start top?
Yeah, you already called it.
It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
That's right. And it's talking about the prophet, this is what we do. We stand upon that watch. And we look and see what the Lord is going to say to us, man. Hey, how he correct us, etc. Whatever we need to do. Go ahead.
And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
That's right. And now these scriptures are speaking.
Yeah.
All right. We got the RFID chip which is the mark of the beast, being more pushed to the forefront. All right. We got these wars. The war drums increasing more and more.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All this time we in, man. Matthew 24, James the 5th chapter, the dollar's going down the drain. How ye rich men?
Yep.
We witnessing all of this. All right, we was witnessing Edomites. Edomites, gentrification has changed. Back in the day, it was them moving Edomites into our neighborhoods and completely moving us out. Now these Edomites got to live mingled amongst us. All right, because they've been brought down low. The mirth is ceasing in the great city of Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
The happiness and all that is being taken away.
Hey, which going to fulfill that prophecy in Job 20, man. At the hand of the wicked is going to be upon
That's the spirit.
The hand of the wicked is going to be upon the children of Esau, Edom, man. Okay, all right, your elite sold you out. Okay, you at the bottom. You ain't get none of the deals. You ain't get none of the pie. Your time is up, man.
Right.
It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
So this lifted up man, this prideful man, and he has a soul that's not right. Which is talking about Esau, Edom. They're completely perverse. Everything they do is against the scriptures, man. All right? Against the scriptures and against the children of Israel. Go ahead.
Yeah, also, verse 5. He also, because he transgressed by his wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
And that wine is talking about his philosophies. All right? His way of living. All right? What he thinks is right.
Mm-hmm.
It said they are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. That this wine represents the lies that Esau pushes on the world. Okay? And it said he needed to keep it at home. He put this on everybody. All right? And whoever didn't get down with him, he'll bomb them, he'll afflict them. All right? Until they got in league with him. Mm-hmm. Or he'll try to sanction them.
Yeah.
Until they got in league with him. All right? And then he'll set up a military base right in their fucking land, man. To show, what the scriptures call it, put a garrison in their land. Showing that they still actually got rule over them. Just look up the etymology of the word sanction. That'll mean America is still that authority. They did this to the world. Right? Go ahead.
It says, who enlarges his desires is hell, and as death and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people.
That's right. That's right. Trying to set up they one world government, trying to get everybody under his one rulership. By the edge of the sword. Go ahead.
It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Right.
How long do you think you're gonna rob the world to the point before they get mad at you, man? How long do you think he's gonna get the world to be on thick clay? And that thick clay, you go to the Hebrew word for clay is ibadyat, which means debt. How long do you think the world's gonna just follow after this unbalanced system? If I create something, right? I create a new currency. And I loan you 3 of those currencies until you pay me back 6. When the hell are you gonna get the other 3 to pay me back? It was a trap the whole time. That's what the word system means, pit. His money system was a pit the entire time, a trap. Okay? So Esau Edom could gain control of the whole world. Right? Go ahead.
It says, verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations.
Bravo, trying to read that verse over.
Come on. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 7. Shall they not rise up against thee suddenly that shall bite thee? And
hey, so it said, shall not the nations that's gonna take you down, that's gonna bite you, they're gonna do it suddenly out of nowhere, man. All right, it's one day you Americans gonna wake up and it's gonna just have foreign troops on American soil, man.
Don't get crazy. It says, in the wake that shall vex them, it says, that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
Now it's your turn to be spoiled, man. All right, you can't get this far in the game trying to set up a one world government, put all this violence on the earth, and expect to say, now Trump talking about from America first. Let's get out all these deals we got with these people. Let's worry about us. That's only pissing them off. You've been beating our ass all this time, trying to do this, and now you want to leave us stranded, which is ultimately the elite's plan, because now you don't want to make a boogeyman. All right, but they made too good of a boogeyman, because now you see this shit is divided. Now they finna turn on you completely, because you spoiled them. All right, you fucked them over. Ain't no fixing those relationships, especially at this point when you further, even at this moment, oppressing the world.
Yep.
Putting damn tariffs on these countries, man. When you Americans go put your factories in their lands, man, they didn't come over here and make you do that. You did that. You took advantage of the cheap labor, and then you turn around and want to tax them because you made that dumb decision. Not considering that the industrial age what made America thrive the most, because they was producing shit. Your wisdom failed you. You were so greedy. You got the cheap labor, which in turn helped the elites of those countries get rich. So it was a good deal for the elites of them countries. All right, but you've been playing them this whole time, taking advantage of their fucking resources, using them up, polluting. China's polluted crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy
to produce shit for Americans. And you want to leave them hanging? You think it's gonna be sweet? No, they ready for you now, man.
Oh yeah.
You done fucked up the world economy. When this dollar go down, they all going down with you. They pissed, but man, damn, motherfucker, mad as hell, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you reap what you sow, man.
Mm-hmm.
You've been sowing wickedness, and you're gonna reap the same, man. That's in the scriptures. It says, verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of man's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
Right, as if Japan, completely forgot about you dropping atomic bombs on them.
All right.
Two big ass atom bombs you dropped on this country. You thought it was gonna be all good because you build up some infrastructure. No,
I ain't letting that go.
They still imagine you still brought violence on them and the rest of the world, man. They just had to deal with it until the right time, and now is the right time.
Yep. Now
the nations are saying we are strong as well. Now they're saying we got nukes too. Mm-hmm. All right, I think Russia just talked about 100 megaton nuke. 100, it was just crazy, man. I seen it earlier. Let me look, because it was crazy. Like, damn.
That's right. It's prophecy, man. Because all these nations are gearing up for war according to prophecy. All these rumors of war you're hearing about is according to prophecy. And when it all kick off and when it all happened, just as we was reading in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, man, this is the vision that is appointed for a certain time, man. No, it's here. Wait for it. We've been waiting for it, man. It took a while. It's here, man. It's speaking.
God. once the treaty, once this treaty was banned, once this treaty was taken out, all right, Russia threatened America with 100 megaton nuclear doomsday device. It says Russia. I'm just looking at some of these titles. Russia plans new missile systems after pullout. Oh man, it's turning up. Let me type in INF France because something happened with France too. They tested a missile out.
Yeah, France and Germany.
Yeah, France used its Rafale fighter in rare nuclear tech test. U.S., Russia, and France all launched nuclear capable missiles within hours. So they just let you know, man. They saying they strong.
Yeah, man, flexing that power. It's over with, man.
Yeah, they turn on you. They ready to turn on America, man. That's what Howard Shai said. He said a nation divided against itself. A nation of Esau, Edom is divided. And America was only great because it rode the back of the beast, man, which is the EU. The beast with the 10 heads, man. 7 heads, 10 horns. All right, which is represents the EU and NATO. They rode that back, and now they divided. Esau, Edom is going down. They ate each other. They ate bread with each other at each other's table, and now they're ready to take each other down. You already got the rest of the heathens pissed.
Yep.
Edom mad at each other. There's no way you can stand. You got something?
No, we're gonna keep reading. It says, verse 9: Woe to him that coveted an evil covenantness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of that he may be delivered from the power of evil. And again, man, the same thing that was stated in Obadiah, man. It's the same proud man, the same wicked man, Esau, Edom, who blessing was the sword. When you read Genesis, the 27th chapter, who came out red all over. He's not white. He is the red devil that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks, which is the Caucasians, man. It's all evident, man. And guess what? He is that proud, man. He's that covenant evil man. His spirit that's not upright in him. And all these heathens are finna spoil you, man. It says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people and hast sinned against thy soul.
Yeah, you brought shame into yourself, man. And when you go to Nahum, and let me get it real quick. You can read that verse over.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 10. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity.
Right, and that's right. And this place was built off blood and wickedness, man. They took down the natives over here, beat the so-called Negroes, Latinx to build this place up, man. All right, then went across the globe conquering them by deceit, trickery, and robbery. So you're going down, man. And now it's time for your shame to be shown. Now it's like, look, this now all the nations, that vibration's getting pushed. Like this man, Esau Edom is clearly the devil, man. This is the so-called white man. He has to be the wicked. She's doing all of this, destroying different nations for his own greedy gain. These nations are through with you, man. And it's right on time.
That's right. And this is Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. And who shed the most blood? Esau, man. And to tell you in the book of Ezekiel, man, since thou hast not hated blood, blood shall pursue thee, roughly paraphrasing, which means, hey, guess what? You've been doing all this killing. On the Salah, you've been doing all this murdering. You've been doing all this unrighteous decrees, man. You've been spreading all this wickedness, all your democracy, man. All that's going to come back on you, man. And it's just according to prophecy, and that's justice. That's the true justice which everyone is waiting on, especially the elect, man.
That's in the law. It says eye for eye, tooth for tooth, life for life. All right, so now you got to get taken down. You got something?
No, that's it.
Was it more in Habakkuk? What's the next verse?
The next verse says, verse 13. It says, "Behold, it is not of the Lord, Salaki, behold, is it not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity? It says, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh as the waters cover the sea."
Right. So we push this vibration out there, and the rest of the nations, they turn on this place, man. We pushing that vibration to the spirit. How about Shani, how shine his knowledge that this devil is the devil, that this devil has done nothing but rob. Hey, like it says in St. John, the thief came out but to steal, kill, and destroy. That's exactly what the so-called white man has been doing since Rome up until now.
Yep.
All right. He failed for a minute during the Holy Roman Empire called the Dark Ages or the Byzantine Empire, and we ruled. But when as soon as he got back out those Caucasus Mountains, he went right back to his old ways of slaughtering and treachery and deceit. And now the nations are mad at him, man. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
"Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee."
That's right.
And shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
There you go. So now it's your turn. Your shame for all the murdering and violence and thievery. Yeah. I think that's the word, right? Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's not. We're Israelites.
That's right. We create a lot of things, man.
If it wasn't, it is now. But
that's right.
All the thievery you've done, man. Now your shame is being shown. Now you've been made naked.
Yep.
All right. Now, and when what comes with that shame? You having to take that cup. And you have to swallow it down, man. And it's gonna come down fast. You're gonna be like your picture says, it's gonna be shameful spewing. So it's being poured down your throat. You can't even drink it fast enough. Yep. Hey, these nations are turning on you, man. They recognize you for the devil you are, man. All right. So destruction is coming because it's the Lord's will, man. He let you do this for the moment. He gave you, hey, you get Isaiah 10. Mm-hmm. Hey, the Lord gave you this little bit of time to rule and fuck up the world, man. And really it was to punish us, the Israelites, man. Yep. All right. You can start at verse, start at 5 and we can bounce through it.
Mm-hmm. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 5. "O Assyrian, the rod of my anger, and the staff in their hand is my indignation. I will send him against a hypocritical nation, against the people to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets."
Damn, yep. Hey, so the Lord set up Esau, Edom to be a whipping stick. But mainly it was to go against who? That hypocritical nation was talking about the Israelites. All right, because they said they served the Lord, but when Yahushua came on the scene, what they do? Murdered Yahushua. All right, they worship the Lord in word, man, not in deed. People have become hypocrites, plain and simple. Right, but now jump down to verse 12.
It says, "Wherefore it shall come to pass that when Yahweh have performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and on Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria and the glory of his high looks."
Right, and this is Esau, Edom, modern day America's called modern day Assyria, man. Mm-hmm. All right, because this is called what? Babylon the Great. All right, simple as that. This is spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom, spiritual Nineveh. Mm-hmm. Okay, spiritual Babylon. It's the fullness of the statue, man, and the dream of Daniel. This is that last kingdom of the statue. It wraps all the kingdoms up together, man. Go ahead. You got anything, you bring it out.
It is real quick because it says in Isaiah 10, verse 12, it says, "I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria." And when you read in the accounts, man, we was under captivity under the Syrians, the Babylonians, man, the Egyptians. They same thing today, except we don't know who we are, man, because guess what? Esau has surpassed the deeds of the wickedness of all these kingdoms. But going back into Daniel's, in that statue, it says, I'm going to read verse 20, just up to the point. It says, "And of the 10 horns."
Call it up, Daniel 7.
Oh, yeah, Daniel 7 and 20. "And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of and of the other which came up before, whom the three fell, even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. And who's that talking about, man? It's talking about the same proud man back in Obadiah, man. Okay? And that prophecy is being fulfilled more and more, man. All these nations are starting to hate the whore, man.
Look, what's more stout than when you become the president of America, you basically your title becomes the president of the world.
Yep.
Like what? That's stout as fuck. Proud. Go ahead.
Jump back in the.
But you have more slack. Go ahead, slack.
No, I'm just jumping. That was just a point because it's the same thing, man. Esau Edom is modern day Assyria, and and Lord's gonna punish you, man, for the stout heart of the king of Assyria, man.
Hey, and the proof that Isaiah 10 ain't talking about ancient Assyria, because when we got out of Assyrian captivity, we went and served the Babylonians, man, which were Assyrians. They just switched capitals, basically.
Yep.
So when it's saying Assyria, it's the same thing as Babylon.
Yep.
Just to make it simple, you know.
Yeah.
And this is Babylon. It says, "Oh Babylon, daughter of like Edom, though, daughter of Babylon."
Yep. Psalms 137.
Mm-hmm.
It says, verse 13, back in Isaiah 10 and 13. For he saith, by the strength of my hand have I done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people, and have robbed their treasures, and I have put down their inhabitants like a violent man.
Right. So Esau Edom, hey, like I said, the Lord did this, man. All right. He caused everybody to have to serve under your hands, like he caused everybody to serve under Cyrus. The Lord controls the right and the left. So look, this is your time to suffer now, because you think you did this. You prideful. You saying you took down the world. You conquered the nations. You really think you finna fulfill the last steps of setting up your one world government?
All right.
You falling right into the Lord's trap. You getting the anger of these nations built up, so you think you can have the solution. Like they say, order out of chaos. They bring in the chaos so they can say we got a solution. Meanwhile, you don't have the solution. It's gonna just be chaos. The Lord is doing this. Your time is up. Go ahead.
It says, verse 14, in my hand have found as a net, Salaki, in my hand have found as a nest the riches of the people, and as one gathereth eggs that are left, have I gathered all the earth, and there was none that moved the wing, or opened the mouth, or peeped. Shall not that, that sounds just like Rome, man. It was Rome all over again, man. It was violent in war, man. They conquered all these nations, and no one came up against them or broke away from the oppression which they had.
That's right. That's right. And in Revelation, it says, "Who can war with the beast?"
Yep.
You know, which is talking about the same empire, man.
Yep.
America ruling with the EU. It's like Rome, little as Rome, that's in Italy, ruled with the EU. It wasn't called the EU back then, but it's those same land masses.
That's right. Verse 15, shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith, or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it, as if the rod should shake itself against them that lift it up, or as if the staff should lift up itself, as if it were no wood.
That's right. Hey, you wood in the Lord's hand, and he can do with you whatever he chooses to do. He used Esau Edom to take down these countries. All right, now it's your turn to get your judgments, man. All right, he used you to chasten us, and now it's your time to get chastened, man. Yep. And really to get just slaughtered, because you asked to the judgment without mercy. So now it's your time for judgment without mercy. All right, and I hope you leaks come across this, man, so you can hear this, that hey, your plan ain't gonna work, man. You're going to be destroyed utterly.
That's right.
You ain't going to sit down and get to enjoy your meal, all right? And that's that. No. All right? And by that, what I mean is you're not going to get to fulfill your enterprise. In fact, let me hit this real quick. This is Job 5. And this is Job 5 and 12. I'm going to start at 10. who giveth rain upon the earth and sendeth waters upon the fields, talking about the Lord, this is the things he do. To set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety. So he's, like Yahushua said, the kingdom of heaven is like unto what? The first shall be last, the last shall be first. So we're having a complete role reversal now, man. Esau Edom is being brought low, and we're being exalted through the power of Yahushua and his mercy's sake only. All right? He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. All right? So all the plans and maneuver and everything you think you're doing is all leading to your destruction. It's not leading to you to finally finish your meal, gain control over the world, sit at your table and enjoy. No. This is fulfilling the Lord's plan. That's when you're going to implement the chip to only chip some, those who's destined for death. And the Lord is going to intervene to take you down. All right? The fact that the Israelites are waking up shows your kingdom is through. So that means what? The Lord is done punishing us, Jerusalem. Now this cup is passing on to you.
All right. I got a quick one for you, bro. This is Lamentations. Chapter 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Going back into the same thing that was stated in Habakkuk. Okay, when it says, thou art filled with shame for glory, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. That was stated in Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 16. And guess what? It's going to the same thing in Lamentations, man. It says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. What's that cup? Yahweh Shemashah indignation, man. It says, thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. You're being exposed, man. Obadiah, how are the things that Esau searched out? Okay, we'll take you down by these words, and soon you're gonna literally be exposed and taken out physically, man, by these nations and by the wicked, okay, and elect, and how about Shemashah and elect, we're gonna do you dirty, okay, in a righteous fashion. It says, the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So everything you did, you got to pay for that, man. That's right. And if we are the elect, man, Lord willing, man, we're going to be right there executing the vengeance and the prophecies written, man.
That's right. That's right. I got one to back you up. This Nahum 3 and 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Yahweh of hosts. I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. So they're going to start making account like, man, this motherfucker was wicked. He was violent. Just a treacherous motherfucker. No, I can't word it no better way. That's how they're going to think.
That's a perfect
even the Muslims, they don't curse. Someone don't curse, right? They're like, Esau. I don't usually curse, but Esau Edom, a treacherous motherfucker.
You better bring these heathens out their shell, man.
That's right. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vow, and will set thee as a gazing stock. It shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say Nineveh is laid waste. So this is part of your shame because you brought violence, and they're going to think about it. They're going to bring violence into you, man. You're going to have to bear your shame. Your shame comes with judgment. All right? It shall come to pass that all they look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforters for her? All right? It ain't no be none. So I'm going to jump down. Verse 19. Nahum 3:19. There is no healing of thy bruise. Thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit, the word bruit means news. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap the hands over thee. For upon whom have not thy wickedness passed continually? So you see, he's looking forward for you to go down, man. You've been effing them over for a long time. All right, even your own allies, man. China bought up all this debt, wanted to cash in on some of that gold, and you sent them tungsten, man. Man, you don't think these heathens taking account of this stuff? So they ready to get their hands, and that's all according to the Lord's plan, man. And your shame is being shown, man. And it's just the beginning, because you're really going to be shameful. The more this economy crash, the more this kingdom is brought low, all right, the more your shame is going to be felt, because you ain't going to have no mirth. Your citizens are going to be in a pitiful case. Yeah. And then eventually it's going to be invading one another. All out war. Plagues from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All type of stuff. Things we don't even know. It said, don't worry about how they're going to be punished, man. Worry about how elect going to be saved. So, hey, that cup is made. That cup is ready for you, Esau. All right.
Oh yeah, double. Hey, this is 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh Ba'Shem shall send upon it. And Deuteronomy 28:68, according to the curses, the true Israelites, by blood, man, they came over here on ships, man. No Jewish people went on the ships. They owned the ships. They financed that, man. Right along with, guess what? The Arabs, okay, so-called, and the Africans, so-called, that took us down, man. It says, and jumping down, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings, nor their princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
And part of that is happening with these uprisings, you know? These people not respecting their rulers, all right, having different protests, but really they turn violent, man. All right, we're seeing all this happen. We're seeing Esau fight against Esau. You got Antifa versus alt-right. Yeah, Antifa versus the alt-right. All right. You got the Trump supporters versus the Trump haters, which is treason, man. You hating on Trump, that's treason. Yeah. And he should smoke you just for that, man. Hey, Trump, hey, you should be a real ass ruler and rule over these unruly ass citizens of yours, man. You need to put your foot up their ass. You want to build a wall, man? You the ruler of this place. You build a fucking wall. You go for it, man.
That's right.
All right. You declare that state of emergency.
That's right, Trump. Do your thing, man.
Show themselves you're a real ruler, man.
Be stout.
Don't let them keep talking this shit against you. This your you won the election, goddamn it.
I'm putting cases on all you.
Right, yeah. Get that Denzel spirit. Have all you niggas playing basketball at Pelican Day.
That's right.
Trump, you better go watch Training Day, man.
Yeah, man. Gotta get you some swag, man.
You can go back to Isaiah 10.
This Isaiah chapter 10, verse 15. It says, and I'm starting at 14. And my hand now found as a nest for the riches of the people. No, somebody read that. Verse 15 is going to have the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith. Talking about how shall control the Esau Edom, likened unto Assyrians. It says, verse 16, therefore shall Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, send among his fat ones leanness, and under his glory he shall kindle it burning.
Right. Hey, so you about to loot, hey, all you people that prospered off this place, man, that's been prospering this land. If you're not of the elites, hey, you're going down. Your status is decreasing rapidly, man. All right? That's why the middle class is non-existent. The Lord is already doing that. It is about to increase and increase and increase, man. Hey, these curses are passing on to you during 30 and 7.
Yep. Like the burning of a fire.
Oh, yeah, and that fire is coming too, man, because it ends in nukes, man. It ends with nuclear destruction. And that's plain and simple.
Yeah, it's prophecy, man. It's written everywhere from Genesis all the way up into Revelations, man. And it's Revelation 17, verse 15. Because you read up it, okay, they try to make war with the Lamb. Hey, but the Lamb is going, and the Lamb is Yahushua. That's right, because he died for our sins. He's going to overcome them. But verse 15 says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues.
And who's doing that? Who's in on every continent?
Yep.
In multiple countries.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And let me say it like this: in every region.
Yep.
All right, with their army pushing their philosophy, trying to set up their agenda.
Their bank system.
That's right. Who's done that, man? Esau, Edom.
You can Google it.
Right.
Verse 16, and the 10 horns.
Right, it's not the Chinese.
Yep.
It's not the Arabs. It's not the Africans.
It's
not the Japhet. It's not Japhet. It's these Edomites, man. All right, and America is the face of the company, man. And he used the EU to help conquer, his allies to help conquer, man. Who else could that be?
Yeah. Hey, just like Judah is the head tribe of the 12 sons of Jacob, man, whose name was changed to Israel, Yasharallah.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau, he have descendants, man. And who's the head of his, man? Through the spirit, it's the Amalekites, man. Okay, it says, verse 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And like the elder Ratazawanya said, man, back in his Isaiah, that burning, okay, that is being kindled, like the fire. That fire is coming, man. Okay, the same beast that you rode, okay, that gave you your power, man. This EU and NATO, okay, it's all gonna crumble, man. You can look at it now. And what's gonna be the end result? They that have ate thy bread have laid a wound under thee, man. Okay? There's no understanding in you, Esau. Why? Because, hey, the Most High got you in a derision, man. Hey, it says in Psalms, man. I'm going to grab that too, because I know you had quoted it. But this Psalms, chapter 2, verse 1. Why doth the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cord from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, Yahweh shall have them in derision. Right.
You thought you really was going to take the Israelites down completely, that you was going to reign over the whole world completely, that you're going to fight against the Lord. Right. Your pride has really reached into the heavens. You think you're going to fight against the Lord.
Weak ass.
When he's controlling you to do all of this. You get Proverbs 16 for it. The Lord set you up to take these nations down so he can ultimately jack you up.
Yep.
This was his determination.
Yep. It's Proverbs 16:4. Yahweh have made all things for himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil.
There you go. So the Lord made you to be the wicked so he can perform his will. So you can bring evil. And so he also can, and when the time comes, bring that evil day, man, that great judgment. Mm-hmm. He used you to make it it has the word in Wisdom of Solomon. Has said that he didn't find it righteous with himself to punish somebody without earning their sins. He used you as a reason why he could bring his great destruction upon the earth. Yep. He let you do all this wickedness so he can be justified because he is the Lord, man. Mm-hmm. He's righteous. So he let you earn it. There's more in that Psalms? Now you can hit the Isaiah 10. You can jump down to verse 23.
That's it. The Lord having them derision. Con. It says, jump down to 23?
Yeah.
It says, for Yahweh, the power of hosts shall make a consumption, even determined in the midst of all the land.
And that word consumption, I'm going to get in the Hebrew. Let me read. This is a few words, man. Let me pull it up. We're going to be totally annihilated, man.
That's right.
It's the Hebrew word kalah. Yeah, kalah, the kalah naha. Completion, termination, full end, complete destruction, consumption, annihilation. And then it says it again for B. Complete destruction, consumption, annihilation. Riddance. Okay? So you're getting a complete destruction, man. You're getting annihilated. All right, and that's what time we're living in. Your annihilation, man.
Right. It says, therefore, thus saith Yahweh.
That wasn't on that, yeah.
Come on, we'll jump back into Revelations because, hey, you're going to be consumed, man. And all the scriptures we just read through the Spirit, they all line up. All the prophets prophesied against great kingdoms, man, of pestilence and wars, man. That was their job to do so. And they're back today because they were standing their lots and they're going to do the same thing, standing upon their watch. It is Revelation, back in Revelation 17, verse 17. It says, for God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. So only reason Rome took down all these nations, man. Only reason why the NATO and EU exist. Only reason why America was created, so the prophecies can be fulfilled, man. Yahweh Bashem Al-Shah can take down Esau, okay, and punish 2/3 of Israel and deliver his holy, righteous elect. Okay, and it says, and the woman which thou sawest is the great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. And that's talking about who? That America, that whore, that daughter of Babylon who ought to be destroyed, man.
God. Yeah, hey, that's good enough. And Job 20, you know, fuck that. Get Job 20.
Yeah. Right. That's a heavy chapter.
Hit verse start at 5. Yeah, start at 5. Mm-hmm. We'll bounce through it, man. Job 20 and 5.
Mm-hmm. This Job chapter 20, verse 5. It says that the triumph of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment.
Mm-hmm. And so this, you know, you had your time to rule, but really, in comparison to eternity, hey, this is only for a small time.
Small,
you know. Yeah.
Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, his head reach unto the clouds. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? And
you're going to be taken completely out.
Yep.
As great as this kingdom got to the height of heaven, man,
yep.
To the point where you're so proud you say you'll take on the Lord. You like, look, nobody else, yep. Like you said in Revelation, you can war with the beast. Nobody be able to fuck with you. So now your man think even the Lord you can take down. You know, but guess what? He said you're going to perish like your own shit. That's what dung is, man.
That's right.
All right? Like when a dog, you know, a dog take a dump outside, eventually it just disappears. Mm-hmm. You know? Really, especially when you bury it, it goes away, man. All right? Or you flush a toilet, that stuff just goes wherever the fuck it goes. It goes, man.
Waste.
That's right.
And that's why Yahweh Bashem Al-Shah likened this place unto Babel, man. Okay? Because they're doing the same thing. They're trying to gather all these nations, one world order, man. Okay, and guess what, man? Your wickedness and your pride has reached unto the heavens, man. You think and imagine vain things, man, which will not be accomplished. It says, verse 8, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods.
That's right. So ain't no amount of reparations you can give us. Yep. All right. Nothing you can do can take away this judgment that must come upon you. All right. Hey, there's not enough riches in existence for you to pay off your debt.
Right.
You only play with blood, man. Go ahead. What verse you at?
Verse 11. It says his bones are full of sin of his youth. Which
you can hit 15 after this one.
Which shall lie down with him in the dust.
So he's still, hey, Esau Edom never stopped being a devil. All right, regardless of if a cracker lets you get a couple $1 million to play in his NBA league, man.
Yep.
Regardless of let you get a job in his Fortune 500 company.
Yep.
All right, he's still been a devil.
Yep.
All right. What about the rest of our nation? What about the fact he don't let the few token ones come in to give the rest the false sense of hope? So he can make himself as an angel of light. Go ahead.
Verse 15, Job 20.
See what he did to the Israelites, he thought he could do to the world.
Yep.
You know, because he took the Israelites down. He took us down, beat our ass, and then told our people, nah, it's all good. Peace, that's old.
Right.
Even though it was even though it's yesterday,
right.
That's old. Don't worry about it. We good. Even though I'm ruling over you, we equal. Nothing about it. These other nations like, nah. They ain't finna go for that. They not just finna lay down themselves like that, man. Israel is a docile animal.
Right.
It says the Arabians shall be as a wild dragon, man. They ready to test shit up, man, as a wild man. All right. The Lord told even told Russia, you know, Gog and Magog, another group of Edomites, you know, to be a help to these other nations, man, like Iran, okay, like Libya, so they can turn against Babylon, man. Only the Israelites would lay themselves. The prophecy say we would lay ourselves down so they can walk over. The Lord had these other nations temporarily give you the authority, man. And that time is up.
Yeah.
All right. We can jump down to verse 15.
Verse 15. He hath swallowed down, Job 20:15. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. God, Yahweh, shall cast them up out of his belly.
That's right. Hey, so you're not gonna. Hey, well, everything you gathered, you're losing it all. All right. The gold, the silver, that you ain't gonna get to keep it because you're going into the pit, man. You're going into slavery.
That's right.
All right, you're going into slavery, and you're gonna be burned off in the pit, man. That's it. That's all. You're gonna get slavery and the sword. Revelation 13 chapter. That's what we got. That's what you getting. That's what you did to the world. You enslaved the world. You slaughtered the world. Now it's your turn, Esau.
That's right.
You go ahead.
It says, he shall suck the poison of asps, and the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, and the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be.
Hey, everything you gathered, you got to give up. That's your rest. That's part of the restitution. Well, everything you labored for, you got to give it up, which is the whole world. Hey, that was the blessing. Esau got the blessing of the world, the dew of heaven, and so did Jacob. Now it's our turn to rule over everything. This is the payment you got to make now. So thank you for doing this for us. Go ahead.
It says, that which he labored for shall he restore, he shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away an house which he builded not.
Going back to what he read Nahum. All right? He gained control over the world by violence, man. So he gotta pay it all back by being slaughtered by violence, man. Go ahead. Or slaughtered violently.
That's right. It says, because he have oppressed and forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away the house which he builded not, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save that which he desired.
Oh, that's why they can't enjoy nothing that they gathered, man.
And there shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shah shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and he shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
That's right. So you think you about to actually gather the whole world and chip everybody on the planet? No, man. These nations finna turn on you, and the Lord finna put a certain spirit on Jake to rise up on you, man. And the elect is gonna get those spiritual powers. All right, because that word wicked means wretched or laborer. Now it's ultimately talking about the Israelites, but the scripture's manifold, man. And you even oppress the heathens. The Lord is merciful. He's gonna allow them to get a little piece of action too to fuck you up before they go down. All right? All while you think you finally did it. This is what you've been laboring for. Get everybody on the same plan, everybody using the dollar of the international trades.
Yeah.
And what's happening? All the nations dropping the dollar. But you got the solution, the RFID chip. And you think, all right, now everybody gonna take the chip. That was the Lord's plan. That's the mark of the beast. He's only gonna let you mark those who's meant to get marked, and he's taking you down in the midst of it while you eating. So while you chipping, you going down the whole time.
Yep. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. That's
what's gonna rain on you. The iron weapon, that bow of steel, man. So they let you know it's not talking about a regular bow and arrow, man. This is going to that fiery arrow, man. The arrow that shall be shot from one end of the earth even into the other. And what's that called? An intercontinental ballistic missile. From one land to another. That's what intercontinental means. From one land to another. You're going down by nuclear destruction. That's how this movie ends, okay?
God.
Spoiler alert.
That's right. It says, he shall, Salakia. It said, it is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yeah, the glistering sword shall come out of his galls. Terrors are upon him.
That's right. You got to visualize that. That's the missiles. That glittering sword, let you know, it's got a fire to it, a shine to it. The first fire is when it's taken off into the atmosphere. Then there's when anything enters back to the atmosphere, what? There's fire on the front end of it. All right? That's that glittering sword. And ultimately, that great bright light that comes when that nuke goes off. That's a glittering sword, man. And that's what's coming, man. That's your destruction. That's your total annihilation. So your turn is your turn, Esau. It's your turn to suffer, man. It's your turn to go through hell and pain and destruction and death. All right, now it's your turn to go to the four kinds. The beast, the sword, the famine. I'm missing one. The beast, sword, famine,
pestilence.
Four deaths. It's in the scriptures. Yep. Now it's your turn. It may be pestilence. I just don't remember. So I ain't saying it wrong. I just don't remember. I will hope you. I trust you. All right. So the pestilence, Lord willing, that's right. But that's the Lord got four sword judgments for you, man.
That's right.
So prepare, man. This place is only getting worse, and it's going to end with nuclear fire. It's going to end with the Lord coming to His church to deliver His elect. All right. And even putting even blasting some more fire on your ass.
Right.
All right. While He's delivering us. All right. So hey, take this cup, Esau. We know you can do about it.
Right.
Take it long and deep, man.
That's right.
Drink the whole big ass. So they had the big ass wine glasses, like a mock glass. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's that cup. Take it long and deep, man.
Chug it, choke and drink.
Yeah, shameful spilling. Fucking wine just running there on the side.
Right.
And you know what? Through the Spirit, they did that to us when we was on them slave ships. They show you that on Good Uncle Tom. Jake didn't want to eat. They knocked their teeth out, put a phone in their mouth, and made them like swallow slop. They laying out, so they spitting up, throwing up, to trying to get it down.
Right, sick as fuck, man.
Mm-hmm. So it's your turn, man. Embrace it, Esau. That's all you can do. But you're gonna fight. That's perfect. That's what the prophecy say.
Beat your ass. Beat.
Mm-hmm. And so with that, hey, hopefully this is edifying. Call Allah and La, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles. All right, that was a great millstone. Rule well and salutate you brothers doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. Right. Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba, Abba.
Abba, Abba.